These last few episodes of this series, we've uncovered a lot of crazy things, from rare weapons and outfits hidden in the world, to just frightening encounters that likely 99% of players will miss. Today though, that continues as even more secrets and Easter eggs have been found, including a vampire mystery, the haunted forest of Roanoke Valley, the interesting location lying south of the border, and Herbert Moon's dark, very dark secret. But nonetheless, I do want to take a moment and say thank you to everyone watching for the support on this series. If you have missed any episodes, check the description for a link to the playlist, and if you wish to see more, just make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. So the first secret we'll be discussing is the one that lies in Saint Denis. This mystery starts with Arthur Morgan finding various writings around the city. The first one he encounters is on the side of a building, and it says, "O sweetest of napes, may your blood remain forever on my lips. 6 there will be before the lust is sated." The next one Arthur needs to find is this time in white and can be seen on the side of another building, but this time it's not as hidden, but it says, "I drink from the maiden and I live again in the dead, the heart of the ring of blood." Now going to another alley, this one a little harder to see at night, it says, "With one long kiss I draw the life from her and await the outpost of advancing day." Next you're taken to a location that's very close to a side mission, but this one says, "I feed again, the blood of life, the circle has begun." Finally, the last writing that you'll need to find is close to the train tracks of Saint Denis, and it says, "5 bones under the perfect star, Nosferatu with Dominica will become mortal again." Interestingly, Nosferatu, I'm probably saying it wrong, is a famous vampire silent film that was released in 1922, which likely is what this Easter egg is a reference to. But nonetheless, after finding all these locations, if you come back at night, a corpse will pop up in part of Saint Denis on the map, and if you make your way to this corpse, you'll walk into an alleyway where this happens.
Must be tough, looking like you.
So, you found me.
Hey, what are you doing?
Stay back for your own sake. I walk with the undead.
What, you're a vampire?
I have been called many names over the centuries. Now go, or I'll feed on you too.
You're a goddamn idiot.
I'll suck you dry.
So I tried each scenario, and the dialogue of this vampire attacking you always happens no matter what. I did try to hog-tie him and see if he burns in the sunlight, but nothing happened. Either way, this certainly is one of the extremely big mysteries of Red Dead Redemption 2 that has now been solved. Also, very important, make sure to loot the vampire's body, as he does have a rare knife, which is called the Ornate Dagger, and in the compendium it has a description that says, "A rare decorative dagger featuring a silver blade embossed with ornate designs and a gold statuette handle. This weapon previously belonged to a strange pale man dressed in black, discovered lurking amongst the back alleyways of Saint Denis." But now, also in Saint Denis, we have an interesting nod to Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare DLC. This time you need to head to the city's fence, and on the shelf in the shop you'll see the mask that notably is the cause of the undead plague. Not sure if this is a tease to anything more, but certainly it has many people wondering if this could mean potential future single-player DLC. This next Easter egg actually may be involving a bigger mystery. If you head to Butcher's Creek between 4 AM to 5 AM, a red satanic symbol will appear below an abandoned shack. Nobody really has been able to understand what this is or could mean, but it is one of the new mysteries recently discovered. Speaking of mystery, if you head east of the Roanoke Valley marker on the map past the river, and right in the center of 2 roads splitting and eventually meeting again, you'll uncover strange whispering voices. Now, the voices seem to be of a man pointing out a lost kid looking for his mom, and the other is of a woman freaking out trying to get back home. I am not 100% sure on that, but there's also a strange laugh, so anyway, part of Roanoke Valley is indeed haunted, but obviously not haunted like the Bayou ghost we discussed in my last video. Also, it seems that these strange voices play all day and not just at a specific time. But on the other side of the river, right on the Roanoke Valley marker, a Feral WereWolf Man runs around. My only interactions with him involved me walking up to him and him sending his wolves after me, and then he would simply vanish. That seems to be most of the interactions everyone has with him, but after a while I chose to just shoot him, and well, he certainly is one with nature. Nearby you can also find his camp, and in some other players' travels the encounter with Wolfman has differed. Like, some players were lucky to have him run to his cave where a journal of his can be found, although this journal doesn't seem to spawn without this rare interaction happening. So this time, if you head north of West Elizabeth, right to the edge of the map, you'll encounter a strange cave, and if you make your way inside and follow the path, eventually you'll reach the Devil of Sorts.
Go away, please! Why don't you turn around and go back to the light? Can you leave my cave, please? Go and find your own cave. There are nasty things and nasty people down here, and I don't mean you. I'm the devil. I'm the devil. I'm the devil. Okay, I'm not the devil, but I want to be. I want to be. And that's even worse. I'm a nasty man. Go away. I don't want you here. Is that so bad? Wanting solitude? Wanting loneliness? Wanting anything but you? Go away.
Morning to you.
Get out of my cave.
So yeah, he's not very welcoming to any company, he doesn't seem to like people, but if you come back in another day or two, another interaction will spawn.
This cave isn't for the likes of you. You'll not be happy here. Listen, if I wanted to make friends, I wouldn't live in a cave. If I wanted a friend, I wouldn't choose you. I don't know you, I don't like you, I don't want you. I don't want friends, I don't want company, and I particularly don't want you, whoever you are. If I come out of the shadows, you'll be very, very, very frightened. I see you, man. You're just a man. I am an immortal spirit. I am. And that's a fact. I am the spirit of living in a cave and laughing at idiots like you. I'm above humanity, miles above it. I prove that by living in a cave. I'm above your feeble morality. I don't like you. I don't need you. I don't. I'm not lonely. I've never been lonely. I've got my thoughts and my memories. They're special. 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 Special! You'll not get them. You won't. Leave me alone. Just go away.
You really got it figured out, huh?
I won't tell you again. Get out.
So I did try to hog tie him down to see if I could loot his body, but ultimately a shot in the back was the best I could do against this immortal being who went down pretty fast. Now if you head further north, this time right on the top of the Mount Hagen marker, more specifically the letter M, you'll find a unique hat, this being the Morion Helmet, which I will say is one of the most stylish hats that can be found hidden in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2. Going northeast of West Elizabeth, you'll encounter a group of white ghosts, I guess that's the safe way of describing them, but if you stay and listen to these fools, something hilarious will happen.
Special occasion. It is imperative that we re-establish sanity and supremacy before it is too late. Our numbers are waning, thanks to the fools in Congress and their ludicrous ideas. But today, we grow one stronger as we anoint a new brother into our sacred cause. Please step forward and kneel. Do you choose to accept the light?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much. All right.
Come on. Let
we go.
the eternal light shine.
So yeah, this meeting backfires and some of the members burn themselves. So these next Easter eggs and secrets we're about to go over can be found towards the end game of Red Dead Redemption 2, as that's when New Austin is unlocked. I'm going to be showing everything in first person and avoiding certain locations not to spoil certain things, but either way, I know some of you may not want to see anything attributed to New Austin, so here's your spoiler warning. Nonetheless, so the first secret we have involves Mexico, and currently this location can only be reached thanks to a glitch. This may or likely will be patched soon, but right now you pretty much need to head as west as you can go until you face a river that, using some horse stimulant, you can make to the other side. Once you're there, you need to pretty much ride straight forward and run up to the barrier with your horse until you're on top. That's when you need to jump off of your horse, and you should be on top of the land. This is when you just need to spam the button running forward. This takes quite a few tries, but eventually the barrier will glitch and let you through, although your horse cannot come. So once you're on Mexico, it would be smart to use cheat codes to spawn a horse in, and if you make your way around, for one, avoid touching water, go around as that's insta-death, but if you go all the way around, you can reach El Presidio, which was a location in Red Dead Redemption. The thing that I found weird about Mexico is how detailed much of the land is, even the parts you can't see from New Austin. Obviously there's only one structure, but much of the terrain and certain vegetation seems very detailed, which makes me wonder if Mexico, or Nuevo Paraíso specifically, was originally intended to be included in the game, or maybe this will be a location used for future online or single player DLC. Either way, looking at New Austin from this side of the map truly feels like a highlight, and I really just hope officially there is a way to visit this side of the map in the future. So a big shout out to one of my moderators, Nathan, for helping get footage of this moment, but if you head just outside of Tumbleweed, you'll find a small shack in the middle of really nowhere, and if you approach it, it just explodes. And if you walk up to the house, you'll also find a lockbox that holds a crafting recipe to an explosive slug, although it looks like the alchemists living and working here accidentally blew themselves up. Heading this time into Armadillo, if you head to the general store, first you'll need to find Herbert Moon, but behind him is a picture of this stranger man, who is one of the biggest mysteries of Red Dead Redemption, as he knew much of John Marston's past, even remembering the Blackwater robbery and what Dutch did.
Do I know you?
I hope so. I seem to know you.
I'm pretty good at remembering faces.
Are you? Do you remember Hattie McCourt's face?
Who?
She was a girl Dutch Vanderlyn shot in the head on that raid on the ferry a few years back. Same one you got shot on. Pretty girl, until her eye was hanging out by a thread of tendon and her brain was plastered over a wall.
Not really.
Then why would you remember me, friend? You've forgotten far more important people than me.
But he also was said to be either God or the devil, being that John Marston shoots at him and the bullets go through him, and he simply vanishes. Either way, it seems the Stranger Man at least makes an appearance somewhat, although I kind of hoped for more. But next to our last Easter egg, this takes place at this same location and involves you killing Herbert Moon and looting his body, in which you'll discover a letter from Herberta Moon, Herbert's daughter, and yes, it's Herberta, because of course it is. In the letter, a dark secret is revealed which likely infuriated Herbert. It says, "Letter to Herbert from Herberta. Papa, I know you do not like Isaac and cannot bear that I have sullied your bloodline, as you put it, but I beg you do not cut me off as a daughter. I love and respect you, but I also love my husband. Even though you consider the cause of blood and the selling of groceries to be the purest and best of callings, I feel called to a different path. Isaac and I are dedicating ourselves to helping the poor. I am sure your God will hate me for marrying a Jew, but Isaac is a good man, whatever you may think. Oh Papa, I pray for you to the God you believe must hate me, and that he, in his infinite wisdom, can make you see that I am not the sinner you believe me to be. Either way, I love you and hope you will forgive me for this unpardonable sin, and come and see your grandchild when it arrives, your daughter, Herberta Solomons." So yes, if you played the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare DLC, you would know Herbert doesn't seem to like really anyone, and this appears to be a dark secret this man hides. But nonetheless, we discussed a lot of new secrets and Easter eggs. If you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and if you want to see more episodes in this series, make sure to leave a like, and let me know down in the comment section below any more Easter eggs or secrets that I have not mentioned before. But thank you for watching, consider subscribing for a lot more Red Dead Redemption 2 content to come, and remember, Outlaws for life.